You see this corner right here? It's a psychic. My only fear is that they're gonna tell me something like super fucked up, like, oh, there's like demons attached to your soul, you know, all that kind of shit. So I want to go though. Should I go right now? I'm gonna go after class. I got a DM today asking like, hey, how do I know if my crush is gay? So I guess this guy, he has a crush on this girl, and he thinks that she might be a lesbian. I don't know, man. I would just ask her, maybe be like, hey, like, ask her to do something, and she's like, oh, sorry, you know, I like vagina. Then, you know, she's a lesbian, you know. Remember that Kanye bar? It's like you're not true lesbian if you're not using the strap-on. Think about that sometimes. Stayed up all night watching Midsommar today, or last night. Dude, it was a good movie, man. I think Hereditary was definitely better. I explained why on my Instagram story. I just feel like Hereditary was more realistic in the situations that people would do. You know, I think it was like definitely unsettling, but you know, like, all right, if you know anything about cults from like the 60s and the 70s, like, they used drugs to control people. It was a mixture of drugs and then not really feeding you that much food. So like, as soon as you get there and you see the commune and the weird cryptic runes everywhere, your like cult alarm should be already going off. You know, they let way too much shit slide. Like, oh, our friend just dipped out without telling his fiance. Like, no, that shit, like, bro, no, dude, fucking use your brain, you know. And the reason I liked Hereditary was because, like, in a lot of horror movies, there's like shit like that where it's like horrible decision making, like very big horror cliche. And Hereditary didn't have that. It was very realistic in how people would act when put in those situations. It was like, you know, just the right amount of like suspicion, like the weird, like, this is some fucking weird bullshit, but then if you see something crazy, you're like in shock. Still going about their day-to-day lives, you know. I thought Hereditary was definitely just a better made movie, personally. Not saying I didn't like Midsommar, but it just like, it was definitely unsettling. I think the special effects this time around were definitely a bit better, but other than that, it was okay. You know, it was okay. One movie that really unsettled me was Husk. Or Tusk. It was Tusk. I said Husk because that's my DJ name. Tusk. It was about the guy that got turned into a walrus. That shit was fucking... That was a weird movie, man. That was a weird movie. Alright, anyway, I'm at the cardio place, gym, so I'm about to go do this. Locked in, got the headphones. Alright, so I'm gonna go buy an energy drink before class. This is where I bought the Rhino pills. Oh, man. Look what we got. We got Roots. Sheesh. Roots is awesome, bro. It's just so good. Very healthy. You know what I'm saying? They kind of, you know, they know what people want, you know? So, I got some Roots. Life is good. Going to class, man. I kind of wanted Chipotle. I don't know if you know their new carne asada at Chipotle, bro. It is amazing. I used to want to just be a food reviewer. Super excited for the show in New York City. I hope some people bought tickets to see us, but I know, like, I don't know how many people, you know, are ravers, but I'm so excited, man. It's gonna be so hype. Like, we want to have a top 3 set there, and we're not headliners. We're like sort of at the bottom, but we want to like surprise everybody, man. I'm so excited. All right, guys. Today I'll be going to a psychic. I'm a little nervous. Like, I watch a lot of horror movies. Like, I'm Catholic, so I don't know. I think it's a tarot reading or something. So yeah. We're here at the psychic. Do you need an appointment? Do we have to readings?
You can just go in.
Alright, yeah. cut the thing.
Specific dates with anything. I can't give a specific date on about everything. Maybe a close timeline, maybe something like that. It does talk about past, present, and future though. And then the full life psychic reading, it's kind of the same thing, but just way more detailed. Just the deeper you go into it, the more detail it gets pretty much.
Do you guys know what's the combination? Is that like multiple?
The combination is a combination of both of the readings. So they're more powerful than they would just be on their own.
Shit.
There is, you guys could get a reading together as well.
How much would that just be double the price or?
Yeah, pretty much. You do have like one or two, but they're like the most shallow thing, meaning they're not even there technically.
Yeah.
They're supposed to be kind of like if you go like this, you can kind of see like the lines, and they're like kind of deep, and like over here on the side, right on the side of your pinky, you can see like right over there.
Mm-hmm.
You're not having a whole lot of those, and the little ones that you do have are very shallow.
Mm-hmm.
So, like I said though,
Mm-hmm.
palms can always change.
Yeah.
Okay, the future can always change.
Mm-hmm.
Depending on how you live your life, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And not only do you just set it so high, you set so many of them that it's kind of just like, it's bound to like, not fail, but it's bound to be let down at some point, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
At least a few things. I feel like you've been betrayed by someone. Could be someone from the past, when you're younger, or now, or...
I don't know, maybe like once, like a long time ago.
I would say no. I would say this is something more so in the future.
Oh, in the future?
Yeah. Okay. You have a small circle?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely. Okay. Your circle is very small. However, the few little people that you do know are one person, maybe specifically. Maybe it's a few. I can't say for sure. You are gonna feel maybe a little bit left out, or you're gonna feel like, okay, this person really just did this to me. I would never do this to them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or it could just be extremely bad,
Yeah.
and it's just like, I'm never talking to you ever again.
Yeah.
And it could have a line, because it's usually the fate of your life running its course. When it has this split, that means something went wrong, to where you kind of got off of this line. You kind of started a new one, right? So I don't see that you're in there now, because it's so short. You might notice that it will start getting longer and kind of go into different areas maybe. The longer that gets, the more closer you are to it really.
Okay.
Right, so you're going to have a time period where you're kind of off. I can't say for sure if you'll get back on after, because the line is still kind of growing, I can tell, and it's not really reached its full limit yet.
Yeah. So is that like a bad thing, or?
It can be. It usually is.
Yeah.
Honestly, I couldn't say 100%. I would say it's not the greatest thing. I wouldn't say it's life-threatening, and the world is ending. I wouldn't say it's anything like that. Do you want kids in your future?
I'm not really sure. You know. I don't know yet. I think if it kind of comes up, then like maybe. Kind of deal.
Yeah, I don't feel like you're a person who's like, oh, I'm so excited to have kids. I'm not seeing any kids in your lines. Usually the lines on the side is where you'll see how many kids you're gonna have. You do have like one or two, but they're you're not really realizing your full potential really. The thing is here is you're kind of like clouding your direction, it's looking like. Really the only thing I could say is just kind of take your time and don't try to rush into it so quickly. Don't try to rush your future.
Alright, so I got the psychic tarot reading. I don't know how much I believe, but essentially the big takeaways were that sometime in the coming months, I am going to get backstabbed or betrayed in some way that's so bad, while at the same time, everything in my life collapses. This is what she told me. She said everything's gonna collapse. You're gonna lose everything, and a lot of people. And then once that's all done, you'll come back into something greater than before. So, but she says, yeah, you're gonna lose everything. So yeah, that's what she told me. So yeah, who knows if that's true or not. I'll be sure to keep an eye out for that. Anyway, that's it on the video. So if I lose everything in the next 6 months, because of a betrayal, y'all can come back to this video and be like, oh shit, I guess the tarot reading was real. But you know, I don't know about that shit. So yeah, anyway, Horse Meat 1 and 2 on Instagram, and I got 100 TikTok accounts that start with Horse Meat. Peace.